All right, so a couple things I want to kind of talk about today, and I'm really close to the point of where I have my a book going again. So basically, as I've kind of reiterated the fact that Dan does all my trades for me. He picks my names, he takes the trades, and he takes everything here. And I don't think we're getting an update on the screen, so let me try to do it again. So I'm going to try to update the screen again. Okay, we should be good now. So Mr. Ask for Dan does all my trading for me. So he picks the names, he does it all in the back end, and to be honest, I don't know how to do the back end yet, and I really want to get to know how to do that. So I'm kind of teaching myself that. I'm going through a lot of YouTube videos and stuff like that. So every day we kind of start with the Bitcoin and crypto news of the day, okay? And we can see here a couple things to always look at, guys, okay? How many cryptos there are. We've been talking about this. So in the last day, we've added 7 cryptos. We're now up to 1,370 cryptos. Then we look at market capitalization, 622 billion. Okay, yesterday, and as we watch the ebb and flows from outside investors, this goes up and down. So is it getting close to its highs? Probably pretty close, around 630 billion. So yesterday, it fluctuated when Bitcoin Cash got added to Coinbase, which is the big news of yesterday. So we look at here, we fluctuated between 640 billion, and then we sold off when Bitcoin sold off to about 15,600 to about 590 billion. So this is the whole market cap, and I continue to reiterate the fact that I think it's a little too high, and I think altcoins are a little expensive here, but it doesn't mean there's not opportunities. So when I go back in here, Bitcoin dominance is a big number. We talk about that. 46% gets between about 45 and 67. And if you look at the futures yesterday, just to show you a chart, because it's easy actually to chart it on Thinkorswim. And let me go to the 10-minute bar. We saw a huge massive flush out. So that would be at a level of where support should be. So this is the Bitcoin futures. It's going to trade very similar to Bitcoin, okay? So we saw this huge massive flush out at around 1580, 1560. Okay, so somebody somewhere in the world got really nervous and panicky, and it went from 18,000 to 1560. So I'm not personally looking to get long Bitcoin, but if I was looking to get long Bitcoin, that's going to be your massive support for now. Okay, short-term support is going to come at 15,600. Now what happens? It got right bought up. 17,100 right now. So just remember that, guys. That's where it's going to be. Kind of let's look at the names here, and then let's go to what we were looking at yesterday. We talked about 3 possible entries yesterday, and I'm going to create an Excel spreadsheet for this. A, T, B, and Z, and Y. And we're just going to continue to add to these every single day. So Bitcoin, news of the day, Bitcoin Cash got added to Coinbase. It got up to, I guess, $9,500. I guess there was errors. You couldn't actually see what was going on in it. But Bitcoin Cash, I have no idea where it is today. I can't log in my Bitcoin account because on my Coinbase account because due to the fact that my phone's plugged in. Ripple. The only reason I'd ever buy Ripple is if I thought it was going to be added to Coinbase, which I don't think it's going to. Litecoin, Charlie Lee came out and said it was a conflict of interest to own it, and he sold all of his Litecoin, and that's kind of big news here, guys. And it's, when you talk about these, they're like stocks, but they're not like stocks, right? So if you were investing in a stock, what do you want the CEO to own it, right? There's a lot of times where, if I'm owning a stock, I want the head CEO to basically be in charge of this. And, as we see here, this is not something I want to see, okay? When you see the person that's in charge of this selling, their cryptos, kind of like their stock, that shows, in my point of view, a lack of confidence. Okay, I think that's a lack of confidence. So I would actually be very nervous and scared for Litecoin, because Charlie Lee sold his whole position in Litecoin, which was pretty big news, that he sold his whole position. If as a CEO, you know, if Tim Cook said he sold all his Apple stock, people would be freaking out, okay? But since it's, you know, crypto, maybe it's a little bit different. IOTA about 5. Dash, this one I've been pounding the table on at 900, guys. Every time I want to buy it, it goes higher. I really think this is the next name to Coinbase. You know, so Dash, I would be looking to buy any pullback whatsoever. Let's look at possible buy levels here at Dash. Okay, we've been looking at this one a lot. I love Dash, guys. Love, love, love. God, I might have to bite the bullet and buy it. So 1,200 is probably going to be where I'm going to look to buy it. 1,200. So it got up to 1,600 and it sold off a little bit. 1,200. You know, if I'm looking for an aggressive buy level, that's going to be right around the 9-period moving average is around 1,100. But 1,200 maybe my first buy. 900 is where I looked at it initially. That might be a buy, and then, you know, 600, but that's far, far stretch. So, you know, kind of two ways to look at this. I only want to play Dash long. I could either buy it at today's price action, which is a little extended. RSI is now hitting about 84, so it's overbought. You know, crypto RSIs can get up to 90. But I'm looking for a pullback here and Dash to about 1,200, guys. I would love to get long Dash at around 1,200. I really love Dash here. So let's go back. Okay. Talked about Verge yesterday. Verge has doubled overnight, guys. So me, Mark, Mr. S, Jonathan, we always talk about this. You know, the odds of Bitcoin doubling, you know, finding these smaller names have a better chance of doubling. Okay. Just the rule of big numbers, like Zcash. From Zcash to go 650 to 1,300, or something to go from 5 cents to 15 cents. You know, think about which one has a better probability in math. That's why I like these smaller names as well. So when we came in yesterday, we talked about two names, and I'm going to start a spreadsheet. So ATB was one name we talked about. So we talked about, you know, not looking at the names that are, you know, everybody's buying, but looking at the names that are maybe a little bit oversold. Okay, so we're going to do this, and we're going to kind of keep track of our spreadsheet. And if you guys want this, once you become members, I will send this to you. So yesterday, 12/19/2017, and I just want to see if this idea, philosophy, strategy works. Maybe it doesn't. I could be completely wrong. So yesterday we looked at ATB. So we're going to do price entry. 1220 price. Percentage gain. Because it doesn't matter. Dollar means percentage gain. Do you use the cloud with equity? Do you use the cloud with equities and options? Yes. So I use the cloud with everything. Okay. And then we're going to say, so entry price, today's price, percentage gain. And yeah, that's good, right? So let's keep the spreadsheet. We're going to go through, because there's probably a lot of names that sold off really hard yesterday. Crypto names. So we were looking at ATB yesterday at 45 cents. Today's price is 48 cents. And then the change. So let's equal the sum. 48 minus 45. Percentage change. So this is equal the sum of 3 divided by 45. Okay. If invested $1,000. So we're going to say, hypothetically speaking, you invested $1,000 in this, equals the sum of 1,000 plus 1,000 times this sell. Okay, so you'd be up about 67 bucks. And then the one thing I wanted to add, let's see, ATB, it's 48 cents. Yeah, that's good. And then I want to do, so let's make these dollar amounts. So I'm just kind of creating something just to see if my idea and strategy works. So let's go here. Okay. Stop loss. We talked about a stop loss being 30 cents. Okay. And then this is targets. So we talked about targets, 90 cents and target. 120. Okay. So these were the entries from yesterday. We had ATB, and this is basically just going to that list. Okay, we'll go through it again today. It is up since yesterday at ATB. This is after I done my research and I said, hey, I really like this name. So ATB. And this is after we go to that list of basically movers and shakers. So we'll just kind of keep a list every day, and we'll go through this again today, guys. So we're going to look for stuff that trades at least about 250,000, and so there's going to be actually a lot today. Ooh, Dragon Coin, that was one of Mr. S's picks. Okay, so ATB, and our targets are 120, and that looks good. So let's go to the other one. We had ZNY. Talked about it at 17 cents. Let's see where ZNY is today. I could actually, like the first couple days, I was like, I have nothing to talk about. Now I could talk forever. So let's go to ZNY and see where it's trading. ZNY up to about 22 cents. So look at that, guys. This was one of the trades we talked about yesterday. Buying it at 17 cents, holding it to 0. Look at that, 20% overnight, guys. 20% overnight. So buying something that's down. Okay, in a bull market, you can buy anything that's down, right? So 21 cents. Change is 4 cents. And the percentage change, if you took it, you'd be up 23%. So you'd be up, stop loss would be 0. Let's go to chart of ZNY. So if you took those 2 trades yesterday, guys, you'd be up $300 on $1,000 of risk each. Okay, so let's go to the chart. Let's go to 7-day. How about 1 month? So we bought it at 17. I think targets would be, I'd probably have targets at about 35 and then that spike higher. So 35 and 48. So 35 and 48. Okay. Stop loss would be 0. You would take that down to 0. Okay. We'll just update this every day. So those are your 2 trades from yesterday. Okay. If you took 2 trades from yesterday, is volume working? Sorry about that. If you took 2 trades from yesterday, so this is something we're going to keep a track on every single day, guys. This will be a possible idea and concept of trading. Okay, so if you took 2 trades yesterday, ATB and ZNY, and you put $1,000 in each trade, okay, $1,000 in each trade, you'd be up 1,066 and 1,235. So you'd be up about $300 profit on $200 of risk. That's not bad, guys. Okay, that's, you know, $300 in a 2,000 is about 17%. So let's go in today and look at the possible setups. And this is just an idea and a strategy. Doesn't mean it's going to work, but I'm going to keep track of it. And, you know, I always talk about, you know, in my trading, I look for ideas and strategies, and if they work, then I'll put them to the real dollar, you know, money. Okay. So we're going to go back to this list, and we're going to go down here. And we're going to look for the biggest losers of the day. Yes, I said the biggest losers of the day. Okay, in a bull market, guys, if you see a... Why is the sound going out? Sound good now, right? Sound good? Sound good? No audio? Test, test, test. It looks like it's showing up. And this will be recorded though. So what I'm looking for here is the biggest losers of the day in 24 hours. And I'm looking for certain criteria field. So we have the biggest losers, right? And what I'm looking for is minimum $200,000. And I want them to be above, like, you know, 10 cents or something like that. So we have all these possibilities. So we have a lot of names today because we did see some sell-offs here. So I'm just going to put these all into my spreadsheet. And if they work, then we'll start trading on the strategy and philosophy. Okay. So, I have a lot of them. Okay. So let me just go in here and open my Excel spreadsheet. And I'm just going to start firing these in here. And so we have EMC2. We have UNB. We have HST. We have REC. We have RVY. I have CND. Oh. So what I'm doing, you guys, I'm just coming up with a list here of trading more than 200,000 over like 10 cents. PBL. Nope. MKR. Dragon Coin. That's one of Mr. S's. MKR. Dragon Coin. Dragon Coin. Okay. Dragon Coin. Bay. MYST. And ZSPC. Okay, so we're just kind of going to pretend that we took trades in all these today at the current price. So I don't have time to go through all this, but I don't like Ripple. I hate Ripple. If you want this, just email me. Okay. So what I did is I just basically went through the biggest losers of the day, and I said, hey, if I bought it, okay, let's say the first one. Okay, I'm looking for 250,000 in volume, and I'm looking for over 10 cents, more or less. Okay. So I click this price, and then I'm going to want to figure out a stop loss. And I'm going to do this offline. So the current price is 150, and then I'll figure out targets from here as well. So 1 month, kind of back it out a little bit. So we have, here it is, it's trading about what's the price right now? 157. It's 157. Stop loss would probably be under here, so about 80 cents. And then I will just kind of fill these out. If you guys want this, email me and I'll send it to you for free. So price NT 157. Okay, my stop loss is going to be 80 cents. I'm going to say I invested $1,000. So all these will start with $1,000. And this is basically like trading on a simulated account. I don't know if the strategy is going to work, guys. I'm just saying that we're such a bull market. Buying pullbacks should make sense, right? In any of the names. So maybe not looking for the names that are always up, the names that are down. So I'm going to take this strategy and philosophy, and I'm going to trade it for 1 week, guys, and see how my overall performance is. If I make money on it, then I'll come in here, and I'll start buying it. Dogs are the coins, right? And my buddy sells something similar to this in stocks. He calls them fallen angels, right? And then I'll have my profit targets out and stuff like that. So these are the names for the day. I'll put these all in the chat box if I can. So these are the names you could possibly buy. I'm going to go through my technical analysis, use proprietary-based stop losses and profit targets. But these are really, really good idea, okay, of possible trade setups. Like I said, I only have a couple minutes left here, so I'm not going to be able to. But let me just read them all outside. I put them all in the chat box. EMC2, UNB, HST, REC, RVY, CND, PBL, MKR, Dragon Coin, Bay, MYST, and ESPEC. So when Mark starts talking, I'll go over all these. I'll send you this spreadsheet if you want. You guys can just email me, and I'll send it to you. So it's andrew@alphashark.com. I'm going to give it basically 2 weeks. If I start making money, I'm going to start taking real capital. So what happened was, and I'm trying to finally get through this, will be the last thing I say before I pass it over to Mark. So I put about $15,000 in this account. Okay. And the great thing about cryptos versus stocks is you can trade on such a small account. So EMC2, it's about $1.50. I bought five shares of it. We'll call them shares, they're not really shares though. So here, okay, in Gemini, I opened an account with $15,000. You can see I'm down $100 because I took that money and then I transferred it into Bittrex. So you look into Bittrex, I have wallets, and I'm slowly starting to learn this myself. You know, I'm not really good on the platform yet, but I'm starting to learn this. So in Bittrex, you can see I have a little bit of Bitcoin available. I have 0.005, and then I bought some EMC2. Okay, so let's say, hypothetically speaking, I want to buy some EMC2. I would just go to Bittrex, and I'm learning this all myself, guys. I don't know this. And here's EMC2, right? Down 30%. So I would just click it. And then, you know, I could buy the offer. And I could figure out how much I wanted. So currently it's trading. So you could just click that offer. You could buy it right there. Okay? So that's kind of my session for the day. We apologize about the software, guys. You should be happy that you don't pay yet because this software is not very good. We will be moving on Novia. I just got an email actually from my my account rep. I can show you that from Vanessa. So we'll be moving on Novia as soon as tomorrow, if not on Monday, and we'll go through more of this strategy and philosophy. And like I said, I was going to jump on for 30 minutes a day just to be in the room, and I could probably talk for an hour. So, how to paper trade these? I would just keep a spreadsheet, guys. I'm just going to keep the spreadsheet every morning. We're going to look at these, okay? And I'll update the old ones, and then I'll look at the new ones. All right, guys, have a great day trading. I'm going to pass it over to Mark. Give us a couple days. We're going to be moving this to Omnovia. It's going to be easier to move channels from place to place. All right, thanks, everybody.
Can everybody hear me? Anybody hear me? This is Mark. Noel gives me a yes. I assume that. Okay, great. All right, I am. Let's see if I can get my screen to share. Share screen. Let's see here. I don't know if it's maybe Andrew still has his screen shared, and that's why I can't show mine. Let's see, let me try. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. See if it's going to work here. Just 1 second. Okay. Yeah, looks like it's going to work. So if we can be patient for just a second, it should pop up, and you're going to start. We're going to start my session. And I think this is going to be a barn burner of a session because we get to check and